Hola, soy Annika y soy la cantante de Haggard y soy mucho contenta de tocar aquí esta noche.
Hello, I try this in English. My name is Frank and I'm very happy to be here as always when we are visiting Mexico and now the first time Zacatecas, and I must say it's a very beautiful city, and Mattia and me find the perfect coffee place already here, so we are basically home.
Está muy contento de estar aquí, su nombre es Frank y él es de la guitarra, es la primera vez que está en Zacatecas, aunque ya ha venido a México.
Hi, my name is Johanna. I have to do this in English too, I'm very sorry. It's my first time in Mexico and it's I think my third time on the road with Haggard. I'm playing the cello and I'm super stunned by this beautiful city and I'm so honored to be here.
Ella es Hanna, ella es del cello y es su primera vez en México y ha tocado 3 veces con Haggard y estamos muy felices.
Hello everybody, I'm Mattia and I'm the drummer of the band and I'm very happy to be here in Zacatecas, and I fell in love with this beautiful city and with all the beautiful people here. So thank you for having me here.
Mi nombre es Matías, él es el baterista y está muy contento de estar aquí, ama mucho la ciudad y está muy contento de darnos a
Hola, soy Asís, soy cantante y guitarrista en Haggard. Es un gran honor para nosotros porque México significa mucho para nosotros. Tocamos en México para 24 años. Hasta 2001, la primera concierto fue en el Teatro Ferrocarrilero en Ciudad de México. Es un sueño de estar aquí con toda la banda y espero que... I hope you like the show tonight, man. I'm nervous, okay?
Chicos, bienvenidos a Zacatecas.
Gracias.
La música es un idioma universal. Es un hecho porque ustedes están aquí, además, a pesar de su idioma. Han tenido la oportunidad de estar en San Luis Potosí y hoy se presentan en Zacatecas. ¿Qué representa para ustedes llevar su música a una ciudad con tanta historia y con tanta tradición cultural y musical como Zacatecas?
Okay. He says, welcome to Zacatecas, and what do you represent to be here in this show in Zacatecas, that is a city with a lot of culture, what represents for the Haggard?
Muchas gracias.
What do you feel or what do you think about presenting?
What do you feel to be here in Mexico and San Luis Potosí and now in Zacatecas?
As I said, we play in Mexico since 24 years. I do it in English, okay? Just to have the bigger source of expressions. Since 24 years. And every single time we play here, it is unbelievable. I know that there are a lot of bands who want to play this, what we do. We're very agradecidos for every single time. Coming to San Luis and Zacatecas on this are 2 concerts that after all this long time, we're here for the very first time. We feel honored. And you have to know, it's not about, of course, we're gonna play music and there are fans. And of course, everybody says, yeah, sure, you feel good. No, it's not about that. It's about the country, the culture, the food, the traditions. I'm a big fan of Dia de los Muertos. I think it's completely wonderful. We don't have that in Germany, for example, just as a little example. You have other things here we can learn from, definitely. So it's not only just coming and playing concerts and yes, fans. This is just a surface, but it gets like 24 años, okay? It gets much deeper than that. So all the food, for example, we cook it in Germany. We try to. Maybe it's not correct, but you know, Mexico has a lot of impact on us all. That's
How
it.
do you feel the connection with your Mexican fans?
Look, I'm in contact with the Mexican fans since 1994. 1994. Let's say 1995, okay? So this is roughly 30 years. Yes? This is 30 años de contacto con los fans de México. We wrote letter in the beginning when our mini city progressive. We were 4 people at this time, okay? So everything developed. And if somebody comes to you and tells you, I'm listening to your music for 20 years, what do you want to say? There's nothing to say. It's a part of the lives that the fans give us from themselves to us, listening on music. So this is, like, in terms of fans, it's the most crazy support in all over the world. When you look at the stats in Facebook, there are, I think, 50,000 only from Ciudad de Mexico. So you know, I cannot say like, yes, we're in contact and everything is super. This is intense. We never had it, and we will never have this intensity again. Just to understand.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay? Don't want to be aggressive.
Can you give us an advice for all your fans here in Mexico and also for your fans of here of Zacatecas, please? An advice?
An advice. In what direction should do we, like, give me an example, because it's, of course I can give an advice, okay? Like
in artistic way, like
in the artistic.
something that you project in your fans.
Well, first of all, I can give one advice. I think it's the most important. When you're a band and you play and you feel you're never gonna make it, you never can get big, you're rejected. You try to be on festivals and concerts and they tell you no, it's not possible because of your band. Never give up. It sounds very cheesy, it sounds very standard, but the thing is, it was the same with Haggard in the past. Okay? I tried to go everywhere, like starting from the 1990s. Okay, writing letters, sending CDs, nothing worked out. There will be the moment when you are steady enough, then you have some kind of success. Okay, not the big one, maybe, but some kind of. And this is a whole an entrance. And I know many artists. They say, yes, I also want to play an instrument. I also want to play in a band, but yeah, what but? Yeah, but I cannot because I cannot play. No, everybody can play an instrument. Everybody can play. Everybody should play an instrument. Everybody should be creative. So this big wall that you have, like, oh my God, now I don't know, AC/DC, look at them. I'll never be like that. No, of course not, because it's an exception. But when you try hard enough, you will make a band. And what the band gives you first is a good feeling in your heart. Not success. It's not very important to hang out with buddies, to do songs, to have a good time, to stay away from the street. This is what it's about. And success will come when you are like working steady enough. I think so. This is the artistic advice I can give.
Thank you.
You think that metal music will still have inspiration of the next generation of musicians, of young musicians?
I couldn't think of anything else, to be honest, because rock music is such a strong music, and I would really wonder if that passion goes lost, especially in countries like Mexico, where the people are so emotional and so in love with music. I really can't imagine that this passion gets lost, not at all. So I think it will definitely stay on. I mean, perhaps it will transform, there come new styles, new subgenres, but all in all, the rock scene, I think, is very much alive. And not only here, in the whole world.
Yeah, completely agree. Yes,
And what challenge do you face to put up a show that brings instruments like guitar, like drums, and instruments like violin, cello? difficult?
That's all. The backline, which contains amplifiers and drum kit and keyboard and all the big things, we don't bring them. They're provided by the promoters, so we can use them. We have developed a system of it's all in all there are 10 bags of technical equipment. So to have our own monitor sound, to have our instruments. Also, we bring the guitars and everything. And it's not that hard because you just need to book 10 bags, but it's nothing that is too difficult. Okay.
One question. So your last album was based upon fantasy stories, Tales of Tyria. I have always wanted to ask you, what are your literature influences? I mean, not influences in music, but in writers, because it's something that intrigues me.
That's completely various. I can just speak for me, so everybody has his or her own favorite authors. But in my case, this is like fantasy literature. Like, for example, Lord of the Rings is amazing. It's not everything, but it's amazing. Then German poets, German literature, then also modern fantasy literature, or northern mystic sagas, from Scandinavia, for example. This is mine, but I will well, basically there's more, okay, but these are the most who have the biggest percentage.
For me also, a big inspiration is always what is happening around me. Because when you are at a concert, for example, you meet a lot of people with a lot of different stories. And when you look just in the news, you see so many things that are happening around, and all these things inspire me a lot. And also, there is a lot of mystic stuff that has been developed throughout history, and this is also something very beautiful. You can take something out. Sometimes it's just a look in the stars, because nature is simply beautiful. So there are so many things that can inspire you. It's just you have to keep your eyes open and just leave your heart open and let inspire you whatever crosses your way.
Just one more question. Can you tell us just a little bit about your next album? Where is this going to be based on? Because the previous one was based upon
fairy tale stories. Fairy tale stories.
Fairy tale stories as well?
But not written by us, written by the hermanos Grimm. Solid? Hermanos Grimm, Catholic story.
Fairy tale stories as well?
But not written by us, written by the hermanos Grimm. Solid? Hermanos Grimm, Caperucita Roja, Blanca Nieve, all these, yes, this will be our next.
Muchísimas gracias a todos y gracias.
¿Más? ¿No más?
Proyectos actuales, bueno, a partir de esta pequeña gira que realizan, algo en el que estén trabajando, algún video, algún disco.
What is your next project for the next time? What is the next?
You mean like concerts or
Like concerts,
tours?
etc.
Well, we will have concerts in Germany, like for example on a castle in August, and club shows, and also festivals. There will be a festival in October called Winds and Woods, and October, no, November, huh? November, because this is Jannika's festival.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things popping up during the year, so it can be, there will be more, but right now it's concerts in Germany and Romania and Turkey, Romania and the surrounding countries of Romania. So, Europe.
Muchísimas gracias.
Thank